In the vibrant Indian community of Newlands, Durban, in the year 1928, a bright light entered the world. She was named Ella, the second child and first daughter of Aman and Parpathy. Born into a world that would test her mettle time and time again, Ella's story would come to be one not just of survival, but of remarkable resilience, love, and quiet heroism. She was the gentle heart between her two beloved brothers, Peru and Raju. The trio shared a closeness that ran deeper than words. They played under mango trees and ran barefoot through dusty roads, inventing games with the precious sovereigns their family had saved over time. Their favorite was the money game, a fantasy of wealth where they traded imaginary fortunes, laughed, and dreamed together. It was innocent, joyful play, but it also planted seeds in Ella, dreams of building, saving, and one day giving her own children the freedom to play without fear. Ella was wise beyond her years. Though quiet, her eyes sparkled with curiosity and compassion. She helped her mother Parpathy in the kitchen, grinding spices, folding dough, and watching carefully as traditions were passed down by hand. Her father Aman, a man of principle and kindness, often let her ride with him on his horse and cart. From him, she learned farming and how respect and hard work were more valuable than gold. When Ella was just 15 years old, she married Shan, a bright, dignified school teacher who taught English and Tamil at Wentworth School in Durban. Their wedding was the talk of Newlands, a grand celebration that went on from morning till the next sunrise. Music filled the air. The scent of biryani and sweetmeats drew neighbors from every corner, and joy radiated from the walls of the family home. It was a beginning full of hope and promise. Shan was not only a man of words, but of the land. He and Ella shared a love for growing things. Their modest backyard soon bloomed into a lush vegetable garden: cabbage, turnip, watercress, and more. Each crop carefully planted, watered, and harvested by their hands. The couple would wake before dawn to load up their produce and set off to Durban Market, where they ran a small stall. There, amid the bustling crowds and chatter of vendors, Ella and Shan built a life from the soil, humble, honest, and proud. Between 1944 and 1955, they welcomed 6 children into their home. Saroj in 1944, bright, gentle, and strong. Krish in 1945, quiet and thoughtful. Bala in 1948, curious and full of energy. Kogi in 1949, kind-hearted and artistic. Tommy in 1950, adventurous and bold. Desi in 1955, the baby with laughter like sunlight. Each child was a blessing, and Ella poured her entire being into raising them with love and discipline. She stitched clothes, taught prayers, and packed lunches with leftovers and love. Life was not easy, but it was theirs, and it was rich in meaning. But in 1959, tragedy struck. Shan, her partner in life and labor, collapsed suddenly from a brain hemorrhage and passed away. Ella was only 31 years old, and the children were still so young, just 4 to 15. Their world went silent. Her heart, once so full, now carried a weight words could not hold. For 3 months, following traditions and customs, Ella could not return to the markets. The house felt both too quiet and too crowded. In this darkness, family became her lights. Shan's brother Bob took over the market stall without question. He stood in Ella's place, selling vegetables and making sure the family's only income didn't dry up. Saroj, just 15, stepped up like a second mother, washing and ironing clothes for her siblings, keeping the younger ones clean, fed, and feeling safe. Aman, now older, continued to visit with his horse and cart, bringing food, groceries, and silent, unwavering support. Amapai, Ella's grandmother, visited often and helped care for the children. Each act of kindness reminded Ella that though her heart was broken, she was not alone. Then one morning, Ella woke before the sun. She stepped outside and felt the cool earth beneath her feet. Something stirred in her, the same fire she had when she planted her first seed with Shan. And that day, she returned to the markets. She worked 6 days a week, rain or shine, to keep her family afloat. The lines on her face deepened, not just with age, but with the strength it took to hold her world together. The vegetables grew again, so did her strength. She managed the books, ran the stall, and raised her children with unwavering discipline and love. She taught them not just how to survive, but how to live with grace. She didn't have riches, but she gave them something more precious, a living example of courage, selflessness, and resilience. She found moments of rest and joy too. She cherished visits to Raju's farm in Reet Valley, where she felt close to the land and close to her brother's laughter. The farm, with its open sky and rustling sugarcane, reminded her that life continues even after loss. As the years passed, Ella's children grew into fine adults. Each of them carried her spirit, Saroj's quiet leadership, Krish's wisdom, Bala's humor, Kogi's tenderness, Tommy's drive, and Desi's enthusiasm. They remembered how their mother rose every morning before dawn, how her hands were always busy, how her eyes, though sometimes tired, never lost their warmth. In the year 2010, Ella passed away peacefully at the age of 82. Her journey had not been easy, but it had been noble. She left behind not just children and grandchildren, but a legacy of strength etched into the hearts of everyone who knew her. Today, when her family gathers, they tell her story. They speak of a girl who played with sovereigns and laughed with her brothers, a bride who danced at her wedding and planted her first cabbage with hope, a mother who carried 6 children through heartbreak and hardship, a woman who even in sorrow chose to rise. Ella's story is not just one of survival, it is one of purpose, love, and the unbreakable spirit of a woman who built a legacy from soil and soul. She left behind a legacy not of wealth or fame, but something far more enduring, a legacy of courage, compassion, and an unshakable will. Her life, though marked by loss, was ultimately defined by love. Ella was a mother, a sister, a grandmother, a daughter, a widow, and a warrior. I hope you enjoyed episode 6 about my aunt, Aman's daughter, who continued his legacy. Please refer to previous episodes about my grandfather Aman's journey from India and his time in South Africa. Until next time, please like, share, and subscribe.